Anyway, hello everybody, this is Tim from Mainly Muscle Cars along with Cameraman Ken, and today we are looking at a 1966 Bronco. Really cool Bronco. Restoration on this one is about 6 years old. Full-on frame-off restoration when it was done. A lot of people will say frame-off restoration because they replaced the body pucks and it was frame-off. Well, this is a real frame off where actually the whole bottom of the truck was painted with a bed liner setup, so you're protected from environmental as well as heat and sound. So whole underside is done in a rhino lining setup that's actually paint matched to the Bronco itself. So if you look at the pictures of the wheel wells, which you'll see, Ken's got nice photos of that, you'll be able to see everything was done nice. Frame was painted a nice chassis gray, and you'll be able to see all the components were fresh on there, so it wasn't just painted while it was on there. It was a full restoration on this one. Good solid Bronco, 66, so it's a first year only. They didn't come with marker lights. This one actually has been added in the front here, which is kind of nice, but a good clean solid truck. This one originally out of Colorado, I believe, but looking at it, the rockers are nice, the floors are nice, interior of the engine compartment is good, so it's a good solid truck. Underneath the hood, it's got 302, a couple performance add-ons. It's got better ignition, better carburetors, intake manifold. We've got good specs for you online. Automatic transmission, power steering, and the big add on this truck is the Hydro Boost disc brakes. Anybody who's not familiar with Hydro Boost, what that is that's basically a modern style. It's a hydraulically driven setup. So pretty much all the new cars come with that, and it's a nice linear feel. So if you're not used to driving a Bronco, or you've got a wife or a girlfriend or a friend that's going to drive it, it behaves much like a new modern car. You don't have to push harder, you just push farther along the brake. So anybody can stop this one. It is a very easy one to drive. Again, it has that same power steering, so it's a nice setup. Overall, though, paint quality, because it is 5 to 6 years old, there's a couple little imperfections in it, but it is nice. It shows really well for a Bronco. This one is, in my opinion, it's way too nice to take out, and play in the mud or anything like that. A good street rig, a good trail rig. It's still very capable for off-road if you like. Just a nice combination street driver, light off-road use. Okay, so for a driver, we actually do a lot of work on our Broncos just to make sure that you can actually, my whole deal is that's one hand at 70. If you haven't driven a Bronco, I would suggest going and doing it, and that's kind of a good way to kind of compare ours. Most Broncos, you can't drive at 70 with both hands and feel secure. Our Broncos, I like to be able to drive at 70, one hand, reliably. You can do it, your wife can do it, and feel safe doing it. This one does have the braking to keep up with that. But what we do to make that work is we actually have our, we use specific bushings for them, and that's basically to kind of achieve the alignment you need to have to make it safe. Also what we do is we run these Toyo AT2 tires. We've run a bunch of tires. We find those to work best for us. They've got an excellent tread wear rating of 50,000 miles. They've got a squared sidewall. Also, they're a light truck tire, so they've got a nice deep tread pattern, and they're a 10-ply. So it's very hard to hurt them on the road, and they're going to last you a long time. They are expensive, but with a 50,000 mile warranty, you're going to enjoy them for quite a while. Another driver thing that I like to have when we do it is a family cage. This unit right here is a nice family cage. What that does is that extends the cage back over the rear passengers, and as well as behind them. So if you were ever impacted from behind, this right here would take up a lot of that load and protect your backseat passengers. Those are just a few of the things we really like about it, and one of those that kind of sets it apart is a Bronco that you can drive at speed comfortably. It's equipped to do it, and this one here is in a very clean condition. So take a look at the specific photos, and you will see a difference. So thanks for watching. All right, this is a cold start. You can see that basically everything is, water temp 0. That's on the choke. As you can see, choke works good, but here comes the oil pressure right up here. This is cold oil pressure, so running there. So you can see that's right at 60 pounds cold. Another thing you can see that the voltage system's working, is charging properly. This should charge right about 14.3 volts. So we'll just kick the choke off. back and just show them the exhaust note.